Hello viewers, this Too Fast here. In today's video, I'll show you the world's first 3-channel dashcam with 4K front and rear recording camera. This one here is the brand new 70mm 4K T800 Dashcam. This dashcam is powered by dual Sony Starvis 2 IMX678 image sensor. It has excellent image quality both daytime and nighttime. Being a 3-channel dashcam is able to capture everything happening around your vehicle and inside the cabin. If you install the optional 4G Hardwire Kit, you will have the ability to do real-time vehicle tracking using your mobile app, and the dashcam will record motion-activated and collision events while the vehicle is parked. I'll go over all the features of this dashcam in this video, so let's get started. Right here is a 70mm 4K T800 Dashcam. I'll unbox it and show you what comes with it. This dashcam comes with a 512GB microSD memory card, rear camera user manual, the 4K T800 user manual, windshield mounting sticker, double-side tape for the dashcam and the rear camera, and right here is the 4K T800 dashcam, rear camera, cigarette lighter power adapter, plastic pry tool, windshield mount for the dashcam. There's a rear camera cable. There's a USB-C power cable for the dashcam. Here's a look at everything that comes with this dashcam. So let's have a closer look at this 4K T800 dashcam. Right here is the front-facing camera. This camera uses a Sony Starvis 2 IMX678 image sensor. And with this image sensor, it has excellent clarity, giving you very good details in the video, and also very good nighttime low-light performance. Now this dashcam also features 70mm's exclusive My Color Vivid Plus image technology. This optimizes the exposure and the color accuracy in all lighting condition. Now all 3 cameras with this dashcam does record in HDR or high dynamic range, is able to have proper exposure in any lighting conditions. With this front camera, it has a large f1.8 aperture, and this allows for more light to come in, giving you a nice clear image for the nighttime recording. Now with the nighttime video, this dashcam has 70mm's Night Owl Vision. The Night Owl Vision enhances the clarity and the exposure of the video. Looking at the bottom, right here are vents to help cool the dashcam. There are also vents at the top here. Now right here is the USB-C port for the power, and next to it is the USB-C port for the rear camera. On this side, this is where you install the microSD memory card, and below that is the power button, and around the power button is the LED status light. Right here is a speaker. Looking on this side, there's a microphone. On the back side, right here is a large color LCD display. There are 4 function buttons at the bottom here. Right here is the in-cabin camera. The resolution on this is Full HD. There are 4 infrared LEDs around the camera. That's used to illuminate the cabin at night. And with this camera, you can adjust it up and down. Right here is a photo cell the dashcam uses to detect whether it's daytime or nighttime, and so it knows when to turn on the infrared LED. Now this dashcam uses a supercapacitor and not a rechargeable battery. The main benefit of having a supercapacitor is it can operate in extreme temperature, and you don't have to worry about the battery dying after a couple of years. This dashcam also has built-in Wi-Fi. It supports 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz Wi-Fi connection, and also has Bluetooth 5.0. Using the mobile app that I'll show you later on, you're able to connect to this dashcam and view the live video and download the recorded videos. Right here is the rear camera. The resolution on this is also 4K, and just like the front camera, the image sensor on this is a Sony Starvis 2 IMX678. This camera also has HDR recording, giving you perfect exposure in all lighting conditions. Now on the side, this connector is where you connect the rear camera cable. Right here is the double-side tape. You can use this to mount this onto your back window. After you install this, you can rotate this to adjust the angle. This dashcam comes with a 512GB microSD memory card, so you don't need to spend extra money to buy your own memory card. So here I'll install the memory card. To power the dashcam, connect this USB-C cable to this power adapter. Now here there are 2 ports. You want to plug the dashcam into this one that's orange. Plug the other end with a USB-C connector to the dashcam. To connect the rear camera, you'll need to use this rear camera cable. Now this camera cable is marked front and rear. So with this end that's marked front, you want to connect this to the dash cam and then connect the other end of the cable to the rear camera. Now I want to mention 70mi does offer an optional 4G hardwire kit, and with this hardwire kit you can insert a SIM card into the 4G antenna module. This will give you 4G cellular connection to the dash cam. Now do keep in mind this works with the AT&T data only SIM card, so you need a cellular plan that supports this. Let me show you what comes with this hardwire kit. Right here is a user manual. Now in this box there's a SIM card tray. You can remove this, insert your SIM card. Over here are the 3 wires you need to connect to the fuse box. The yellow wire is ignition 12 volt, red wire is constant 12 volt, and the black wire connects to the car's chassis ground. Now on this cable you have this USB-C connector. You need to run this up to the headliner and plug this into the power input port on the dash cam. There's also a LED status light here. It'll be green when it's connected to the cellular network. Now one more thing I want to mention is at the time of making this review video, 70mi just released a brand new dashcam battery pack. Now if you install this battery pack, it'll give you a much longer extended parking surveillance runtime. So instead of the usual 4 to 5 hours runtime with the car battery, by having a dedicated battery pack, it'll extend the parking surveillance runtime up to 30 hours. If the product's available for purchase by the time I release this video, I'll include the link in the video description below. You can find the 70mi app in the Google Play Store or Apple App Store. Download it and install it. Now if this is your first time using this app, you need to register for an account. Next, I'm going to power on the dash cam. Select the language. Select the region. Here it tells you to format the memory card. For the date and time, I'll go into settings and set the time to sync with the GPS. Right here is GPS auto timing. Now select the time zone. So right here is the in-cabin camera. There's a rear camera and a front-facing camera. Next I'll add the dash cam to the app. Select plus sign at the top. Now select the dash cam with the screen. And you found the 70mi T800. Confirm the connection. On the dash cam you can see it says app is connected. And the live view you're looking at right now is the front camera. Now if I press this button here, you'll toggle over to the in-cabin camera. Press it once again. There's a rear camera. Let's go into settings. Video resolution. The front camera is 4K. In-cabin camera is Full HD. And the rear camera is 4K. The video clip duration, which is a loop recording, by default is 1 minute. If you want, you set it to 2 minutes or 3 minutes. With a loop recording, the way dashcam work is it will record a series of 1 minute video clips non-stop. Once the memory card is full, it will start overwriting the oldest file. Image quality. If you want, you can enable the front camera defogging mode and the rear camera transparent mode. And what this does is it uses algorithm to enhance the video image. So if your front window is foggy and hazy, you can enable this. Also, if your rear window is tinted and you want to have a more clear image, you can enable this. By default, the picture-in-picture mode is on. That's referring to the screen on the dash cam showing you multiple camera views. By default, the speed, coordinate, and the 70mi logo will be shown in the recorded videos. If you want to turn any of these off, you can. Now right here is the parking mode recording setting. To use this feature, you do need to install the Hardwire Kit that I showed you earlier. Now later in the video, I will install the Hardwire Kit and I'll show you how that works. Emergency video. Here you can set the sensitivity of the G sensor. Now when the dashcam detects an impact to the vehicle, it will automatically lock that video clip so it will not be overwritten. And the record emergency video is on by default, and the sensitivity of the G sensor is default to medium. You can set it for ultra high, high, low, or ultra low. ADAS is off. If you enable this, it will give you some driving aid like lane departure alert, forward vehicle start alert, and forward collision alert. Voice control by default is on. Now these are all the voice commands you can use. Take photo, record video, record audio, turn off audio, enable hotspot, disable hotspot. Speaker volume right now is set to medium. Record audio. Here you can turn on and off the microphone. Speed unit. You can set this for miles per hour or kilometers per hour. About. Right here is a firmware version of the dashcam. At the bottom you can format the memory card and do a factory reset. Let's go back. So at this time, let's go to the vehicle, get this installed, and I'll show you how to use the app to download the videos from the dashcam. To install the dashcam, place this mounting plate onto this side of the dashcam, and you see there's a gap here What you want to do is push this plate up and it'll lock it in place. Next, you can remove this backing on a double-sided tape and then stick this directly onto the windshield. By having this mounting plate, if you ever want to remove the dash cam from the mount, slide this down and they'll come off. Next, I'll connect the rear camera cable. To power the dash cam, you can either use the cigarette lighter power cable or the 4G Hardwire Kit. For this install, I'll be installing the 4G Hardwire Kit. I'll connect the USB-C power cable into the dash cam. Next, I'll need to run both of these cables up to the headliner and over to the A-pillar. Now, one thing I want to point out is the rear camera cable is rather thick, so if the trim on your vehicle is very tight-fitting, it might take a little bit more effort to hide this cable behind the trim. Now I'm going to pop this A-pillar panel out. What you want to do is run these two cables behind the side curtain airbag. With the power cable, run this along the side to the fuse box. And with this rear camera cable, run this along the top all the way to the back of the vehicle. Here I ran the rear camera cable all the way to the back. I'm going to tuck this cable behind the weather stripping towards the middle. To install the rear camera, remove the backing on a double-sided tape and I'll stick this directly onto the back window. Connect the rear camera cable to the camera. Right here is a USB-C power cable from the dash cam that I ran along the side. I need to plug this USB-C connector into this box. And with this other cable on this box, you need to hardwire this to the fuse box. To find out which fuse you can use for ignition 12 volt and constant 12 volt, you should look at the cover of your fuse box. So for example, on this vehicle, the power socket accessory 1 is ignition 12 volt, and then the electrical parts bat 2 is constant 12 volt. Now I'm going to remove this, and then plug the original fuse into this bottom slot. Crimp the red 12 volt constant power wire to the fuse tap. Remove that 20 amp fuse. Install it into the fuse tap. Go ahead and plug the fuse tap into the fuse panel. Now crimp the yellow ignition wire to this fuse tap. Now I can close this up. For the black ground wire, I'll connect it to a grounding bolt underneath the hood release. With everything wired up, I'll turn on the ignition, the dash cam will power on, and begin recording all three cameras. Right now you're looking at the live view of the front camera, cabin camera, and the rear camera. If you want to toggle the picture-in-picture view, press this button here. If you want to mute the microphone, press this button here. If you want to turn off the cabin camera recording, press this button here. Press it again to turn it back on. To go into settings menu, press the menu button on the right. Now you can scroll through the different menu items. If you use the app, you can change your settings in the app also. I open up the 70My app and immediately it tells me there's a new 4G module detected. Okay. Here it tells you to insert a SIM card, which I've done already. Now it tells you the 4G module is bounded successfully. When the 4G module is connected, the LED indicator will be green. Select the Connect to Dashcam here. And right here is a live view of the front camera. Now with the 4G Hardwire Kit installed, you see the 4G is online right now. You have a green dot. And with a 4G cellular connection, you'll be able to see the live view of the dash cam anywhere you have data connection on your phone. So let's take a look at the remote surveillance. Right here is a live view from the dash cam. I can toggle to different cameras. Let's go back. You can also look at the vehicle location. Right here is a map of where my car is. At the bottom is the address. At the top you can also enable the vehicle tracking. By doing this, when the car is moving, you can actually see where it's traveling. You also have battery monitor. At the top you can select the dates. At the bottom, this graph will show you when the vehicle was started, when it was turned off, and what voltage the battery's at. Alarm center. This will show you the event recordings from the dashcam. With the Hardwire Kit installed, let's go into settings. Go to the parking security section. Duration. Right now it's set to 24 hours. Now even though this is set to 24 hours, it's not going to run for 24 hours in parking mode. With the cutoff voltage setting, once the battery reaches that voltage, the Hardwire Kit will cut off the output to the dashcam and will shut it down. This will prevent the battery from draining so low you cannot start it. Collision detection. This is enabled. Sensitivity. This is a G sensor in the dashcam. When it detects an impact to the vehicle, it will automatically record the video clip. Now currently it's set to medium. You can set it for ultra high, high, low, or ultra low. Now with this dashcam, one very nice thing it has, the event recording will actually buffer several seconds before the impact and record the impact itself. So you'll be able to see what led up to the collision. Motion detection. This is enabled, and you can also set the G sensor sensitivity. Right now it's set to medium. So if there's any motion detected, the dashcam will record the events. Time-lapse recording. By default is off. If you want to do time-lapse recording in the parking surveillance mode, you can turn this on. With the time-lapse recording, it will record at 1 frame per second. Once you turn off the ignition, the dashcam will start recording in time-lapse. I'll show you an example of that later on. Recording footage. You can have the parking recording record only the front camera and cabin camera, front and rear camera, or all three cameras. Right now it's set to front and rear camera. Vehicle battery protection. Right now it's set to 12 volt or 24 volt. Once the car battery voltage drops to this voltage, it will automatically cut off the output to the dashcam, preventing the car battery from draining so low you're not able to start it. With this configured, I'll turn off ignition and you'll see the dashcam go into parking surveillance mode.
Entering the parking surveillance mode.
Now this dashcam is in parking surveillance mode and is ready to detect any motion or collision. To look at the recorded videos, select Album. These are all the different categories of video recording. All videos, emergency video, parking surveillance, time-lapse video, and photos. Let's look at all videos. At the top, you can select front camera, cabin camera, or rear camera. So I can select any of these video clips and it will play back. At the bottom, you have the option to download this video. Now it's downloading it to my phone. The download of this video clip is very quick. It only took about a minute. You can also select cabin camera and rear camera. Next, I'll show you some of the daytime and nighttime dashcam recording from this T800. Now keep in mind this review video was filmed in Full HD. To see the actual dashcam's 4K resolution video, I will upload a separate video in 4K showing you the original video recording from the dashcam. I'll link it at the end of this video and also include the link below.
south, it's all good.
After testing this 70mm 4K T800 Dashcam, I can tell you this is one of the best performing dashcam on the market. With a 4K front and rear camera, it has crystal clear video for both day and night. 70mm has done an excellent job with their video processing, allowing for the proper exposure, contrast, and white balance in all lighting conditions. In the video recording, I'm able to read the license plate and street signs very clearly. For the cabin camera that has full HD resolution, it provided a very clear image, capturing everything that's happening in the car. Now, if you get the optional 4G Hardwire Kit, it'll give you the ability to track your vehicle anywhere you have data connection with your cell phone. This adds another layer of security to your vehicle that I have not seen from any other dashcam manufacturers. Now, at the time of doing this review, this dashcam retails for $279. I'll include the link in the video description below. I hope you enjoy watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, leave one in the comment section. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this video. To support this channel, remember to click on thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell so you get notified of new videos.